Hi, my name is Chris Konetsky. I'm the editor of the Des Moines Business Record. I'm here today with Mark Jacobs. He's the former CEO of Reliant Energy and also with a new organization in town called Reaching Higher Iowa. They're working on trying to improve the education system in Iowa. And Mark was on our Power Breakfast panel today. And I just wondered if you could talk a little bit about it. You had some news this week and you released some new board members. And I'm wondering what some of the first things are that you guys are going to be trying to tackle.
Well, Chris, just by way of background, I'm an Iowa native and got the benefit of a great education here in this state, and that opened the door of opportunity to me. And, one of the things I took the most pride in growing up was that Iowa was one of the best education systems in the country. And sadly today we fall into middle of the pack, not because we've gotten worse, but we are close to dead last when it comes to improvement in student achievement. And, when I moved back, I was very disappointed with that, and I started doing a lot of research on our education system and research in other states that had significantly improved. And one of the things I found in those other states is that the business community had engaged in a very constructive way to help put in place a policy environment that led to an education system that would improve over time. And that's what we're focused on doing here at Reaching Higher Iowa.
So as you guys get set to start out here, is there anything in particular that you guys are looking at, working on, that's in the grand scheme of what's going on in the education debate right now?
Sure, and I think there's a couple simple things we need to do to get Iowa back on the right track. And the first thing and highest priority is we need to start measuring what we're trying to do and then reporting those results transparently. So in the academic world, there's a concept called annual academic growth. It's a measure of how much a student learns each year, and it's the basic effectiveness measure used in the academic world. And interestingly, in Iowa today, we don't have any measure of that. And it's a little bit like if you're running a business and you don't have a set of financial statements, it's really hard to improve if you're not measuring what you're trying to do. So one of the first things that we focused on was changing the way we do the assessment testing in the state so that we're going to be able to start measuring this. We had that put into the 2013 education reform bill, and that's scheduled to go live for the 2016-2017 school year. And then some of the other things that we're working on is making sure that we can attract the best education professionals into the field. A lot of that gets to the funding level and the salaries that we're able to pay our educators, and I support more funding and higher salaries for educators. Making sure we support those educators with professional development resources. I think that's an area in Iowa that we've underinvested in. And then the last component of what I think it's going to take to get Iowa back on the right track is for us to introduce more choice and competition. And what the data shows from other states is that where you have a little bit of healthy competition, it has lifted the performance across the board.
Anything we didn't talk about today on the panel, a topic that within education doesn't come up that you think is really important for us to have out there?
Well, I think one of the most important things is to understand why education's important. And one of the things I look at is when you think about Iowa long term and what levers do we have to drive long-term economic growth in the state. The way I see it, we got two things. We've got very fertile farmland, and historically we've had well-educated, hard-working people. And we heard that today, that the Iowa economy's been built around agriculture-related businesses, and we're the third largest insurance capital here in Des Moines. And I would argue that a big part of the reason that that's happened is historically we've had a great education system. And sadly today we've lost that advantage, and one of the things we're focused on is how do we rebuild that pillar of growth.
Well, thanks Mark for joining me for a little post-game wrap-up here from our Power Breakfast. Again, my name is Chris Konetsky. I'm the editor of the Business Record, and this is Mark Jacobs with Reaching Higher Iowa. If you have any questions for me or for Mark, feel free to reach out my way, and we'll be sure to get you in contact if you're interested in helping improve Iowa's education system.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.